I'm obsessed with this hair. This makeup came out fire. Like, you can't sit with us. This is what I look like today. You can't sit with us. I'm giving you material, girl, okay? You see this? Do you see me? Material girl. Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I am Alicia of Slaylisha Beauty, and we are here today to give you yet another makeup tutorial. So if you're following us on Instagram, we had a little poll, and on our poll you guys chose this luxury makeup look. So I went ahead and it grabbed all my luxury brands, and I was like, we're gonna give you guys a look. And it just so happened coincidentally that today I am going to go meet with someone for hopefully a really good brand deal. So you know, I had to make sure we look like money. You know, I had to let them know, like, go ahead and spend your checks on me, because you know, I'm gonna make it worth your while. So you know, fingers crossed on that one. So if you happen to like what you see, go ahead and keep watching. But before you do that, make sure you go ahead and hit subscribe, and go ahead and keep up with all of our latest and greatest videos. We're gonna try our best to keep you going every Friday here at noon. So without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and show you how to create this seamless makeup look. Alright y'all, let's take off our bougie shades and go ahead and get into this makeup look. First thing, we're going to start with our foundation. We're going to take this YSL foundation as well as this Givenchy, and we're going to take a flat foundation brush, and I'm going to pretty much mix those two colors together. And I'm going to start by blending it with a sponge, and then I'm going to go over it with my dense Real Techniques brush afterwards, just to make sure the blend is seamless and I get my perfect shade match. So once we have our foundation blended perfectly, we're going to go in next with our concealer. This is the Marc Jacobs Extra Shot Concealer, and I'm going to concentrate that concealer more so on the inner portions of where I want to highlight, because of the undertone of this one compared to the second concealer that I use. So you'll see me again just focusing this mostly on the middle portions, and I believe the bridge of my nose afterwards. But we're going to go in next with the Dior Forever Skin Corrector. And again, because of this undertone is a little bit more neutral, and I don't want my highlight to be too deep, I'm going to just blend those together. So setting spray applied, I'm going to take my concealer brush that I love to use. Again, this is the Morphe oldie but goodie that I usually use if you're not a newbie on my channel. And I'm going to go ahead and blend that concealer all the way in, and I'm going to make sure I let it dry down just a bit, just so I don't have too much movement after I place the concealer. And once everything is well blended with my concealer brush, I'm going to go back in with the sponge I use for my foundation and make sure that concealer blends well with the rest of my face. Next, I'm going to take my Lancôme concealer, in which I could not find my full set for the life of me, but luckily I had one of these travel minis, and I'm just going to use that concealer as my contour, and I'm just going to concentrate that on my cheekbones as well as my forehead and nose. And then I'm going to take my Real Techniques brush and I'm going to blend it out. Now, I know it does look a little bit harsh, but you know, just roll with me. I'm not putting any extras on my jaw lines. I'm just going to use whatever's left over on the brush, and I'm going to blend that out towards the bottom. And of course, I'm going to do the same thing to my nose contour. And I know it gets a little dark, it gets a little deep, but you know, just roll with me. I promise you, I'm not going to walk out the house looking crazy. Of course, if you're watching this, make sure to always go in between steps with your beauty blender and make sure everything blends together. Okay, so this is where I go back in and fix the nose. I'm going back with that Marc Jacobs concealer, and I'm just going to take a dense brush and I'm going to just blend that concealer right in the middle. And then after that is done, I'm going to take a combination of the brush that I use and the sponge just to make sure everything blends all out together. So I will never get tired of telling you this. Again, we're going to go with all the brushes and sponges I've used so far. And I'm just going to make sure all of my face looks perfectly seamless. No harsh lines. We're just going to make sure everything blends together perfectly. So next I'm going to go in with this Givenchy Prisme Libre Powder, which I had just picked up not too long ago, but I absolutely love it. I'm going to take my little triangle powder puff and I'm going to place that over all the areas that I put down my concealer, and I'm just going to make sure that sets perfectly. I'm not going to do too much baking with this powder per se, but again, I just want to make sure everything sets nicely where the concealer is. And then after that is done, I'm going to take my Chanel powder and I'm going to do a little bit more of what you may consider a bake, but I'm going to use that powder to dust out the Givenchy just so I can get that perfect base. So next we're going to use another oldie but goodie. We're going to go in with our Bobbi Brown contour, and we're going to use that today to go ahead and set all of the areas we put down that deeper shade of concealer. We're going to take a looser brush and I'm just going to lightly buff all of that contour shade in all over my cheekbones, forehead, and of course down the nose. Next, we're going to go in with my Gucci Beauty Powder, and this is about a shade or two lighter than my skin complexion, and it was just way too expensive to take back. So I just used this to go ahead and set underneath my contour to give me that depth. So y'all know I had to use me some Rihanna today, so we're gonna go in with the new Fenty Beauty Stalker Palette, and this palette has bronzer shades as well as what they're using as eye and highlighter shades. So I'm gonna use this first brown shade and I'm just gonna place that all over the eye, and then I'm gonna take the highlighter shade and I'm gonna put it on the inner portion of my tear ducts just for a little bit of brightness. So once my two eyeshadow colors are placed, I'm going to take a clean eyeshadow blending brush and I'm going to make sure both the colors mesh together perfectly. So next, I take this Marc Jacobs eyeliner pencil, and Lord, do we have some problems. But again, I try to be transparent with y'all. So I put this eyeliner pencil on, and it was just dry. Okay, so I had to try to make it work the first time, but I end up going back afterwards, making it work, and I'll make sure to show you guys how I did that afterwards. So So now that we're pretty much done with our eyes, we're gonna go in with our Dior Mascara. And my slay babes know this is a favorite of mine. I'll go ahead and make sure everything is in the description box per usual. But I'm just gonna make sure I coat my lashes really well with this mascara before I go ahead and put my falsies on. So this is a trick I do if anyone has eyelashes like mine that curl all the way back. I just go ahead with the back of my eyelash tweezers and I press down the hairs before I put down the eyelash glue. And I make sure the glue is tacky on both my eyeline as well as the actual lash band before I go ahead and pop the lashes on. And that just helps with before my lashes curl all the way back, I go ahead and get my lash on the band really good. So unfortunately, my blush palette did not get here in time, so I just wanted to make sure you guys saw I did put on blush, but it technically wasn't with theme, so I didn't add it into the description box. I'm pretty sure it's for my Sephora palette, but I just wanted to make sure you guys know that there was color placed on my cheeks. And then, so this is a trick that I did. I didn't want to show it because apparently I have viewers that are under 18 and I don't want to get this thing cited, so I just took a lighter and I literally like melted that pencil down, and then I took a smudger brush and I just placed it along the upper portion of where my lash band was, just to give me that black smoky effect. But that was it. I just wasn't allowed to show you per YouTube orders. So I'm just gonna go in with my highlighter next. This is from Makeup by Mario. I'm gonna take a fan brush and I'm just going to place that highlight very subtly across the apples of my cheeks as well as the bridge of my nose. I'm also gonna take some of that highlighter and place it on my brow bone just to give that little catch of the eye, you know, just a little bit of light sparkle. So next we're gonna go back in with that Fenty Beauty Stalker Palette, and I'm gonna use that second deepest dark shade, and I'm going to place that color on my bottom under eye. So now as we're reaching our final steps, we're gonna go in with our Charlotte Tilbury setting spray, and I'm going to go ahead and drench my face in that, okay? And then I'm gonna go back with that Gucci beauty powder, and I'm gonna take that triangle buffing brush, and I'm gonna just go over where my laugh lines are. And I'm just going to go ahead and press that in, just so when I'm talking and smiling and doing whatever I do, there's no creasing on right where that line usually pops up. And then I'm going to do the same thing over my lips before I start with my lip liner and my lipstick. Okay, so I'm going to just let y'all know, I went to Sephora to try and find a lip liner for this video and I couldn't do it, okay? $30, $40, $50 for a lip liner. I was like, absolutely not. I have to draw the line somewhere. So you go ahead and watch this little $7 NYX Cosmetics lip liner, and then I'll go on with my lipstick. So to go ahead and finalize the look, we're gonna go in with our MAC lipstick, and this is in the shade Whirl, and we're just gonna go ahead and blend those two colors together. But that is it. We are finito. So now that our makeup is done, we're just going to go ahead and slap our earrings and our wig on. This wig is from another YouTuber, and her YouTube name is Alicia B. I believe her wig line is under Shop Alicia B. If you guys have a moment, go ahead and check her out. But otherwise, this look is all done. I was so happy with how easy this look was, especially with the wig and the makeup and how everything just came together. We were using luxury products, but I think we did pretty well today. Everybody worked together. No bougie bitches was go ahead and try and take over the look. But otherwise, we got our wig on straight and we are ready to go out the door. I am so grateful if you have gotten this far in the video. I cannot wait to show you guys some more looks. Go ahead and subscribe to our channel if you have not. Otherwise, go ahead and let me know if you guys recreate this on my Instagram. Can't wait to see you guys next Friday. Until next time, Slay Babes.